So Jay, what's up, Jay? Hey, Bradley, I'm also a Bright Local user. What do you think of their citation burst service? Number one, and do you trust their local rankings checker linked to here? So let's open this up.
Okay,
Have
Jay.
you used the citation burst service?
I do occasionally, but very rarely because guys, typically we use the citation service through SerpSpace, obviously, which is actually cheaper than the Bright Local service, and the quality is the same. So I usually don't use that. I've used the Bright Local service in the past for trying to do very specific citation cleanups. In other words, as part of the citation burst service, you can have Bright Local go in and correct incorrect data on citations. And here's the thing. I always recommend, if you have a citation cleanup job to do, to go to Loganix. Go to semanticmastery.com/LOGANIX. And that'll take you over to Loganix. And they have a citation cleanup service. It's $500. So it's not cheap, but it's super, super effective, at least in the US market. It's super, super effective. It's hands down the best citation cleanup service I've ever found. But it's $500. So it doesn't matter if you have 5 inconsistent citations or 500, it's still the same cost. So if I am looking at my citation report and I see that I've got, like, maybe, for a client or a lead gen site, whatever, I've got 8 or 10 or 12 or whatever, 20 citations that have inconsistent data that need to be updated or corrected, then I will go to perhaps Bright Local and pay $3 per citation cleanup, so that I'm only paying for what is actually needed. Whereas if I take a business that's been established for some amount of time and then they change locations or they change URLs or they change phone numbers, now I've got a shit ton of citations to clean up, then I'm just going to go to Loganix and pay them to do it, because they're going to take care of all of them for $500. But if I only have a handful that are inconsistent, then I'm obviously going to go with the a la carte method, which means I can purchase just citation cleanups for the ones that need to be corrected. And in that case, it's much more cost effective to go through something like Bright Local. But that's typically the only time that I use the Bright Local citation burst service. Second question was, do you trust their local ranking checker? Yeah, I do, only because I use that for all of my local client reports. Guys, that is the actual service, Bright Local, that I use for all of my client reporting, because you can white label the reports, put your own logo and stuff on there, and the reports are good. They're not 100% accurate as far as the local ranks checker, because I know a lot of the times I will look at the report and then I'll go do some local searches myself and I will see different results, but they're close enough. And I just explain that same thing to the client, by the way. I just say, look, not all rank trackers are going to be consistent. It's going to vary depending on where the search is being performed from. And so although the reports I deliver you are going to be a general indication of where your rankings are, if you search from your own IPs, you're going to see that they're going to fluctuate or vary from what's in the report. So just keep that in mind. And that's what I always disclose that kind of stuff, guys, to be really transparent with my clients, because when you are transparent like that with your clients, you disclose that stuff up front, then that actually increases the trust, the level of trust with you, than it would be to not mention it and then have them look and see discrepancies and then question you about it. That starts to foster doubt in the relationship. So it's better just to get ahead of it and just state that up front and say, listen, rank checking is not an exact science, because it's going to depend on the IPs where the search is being done from. And so the service that I use to actually do the rank reporting is pretty accurate, but there are going to be some discrepancies. So when I send you the report, if you want to check on them individually, that's up to you. But this is a pretty good indication of what the health status of your site is.